Life in a world that keeps changing. Think that it's progress you're making. Copy and paste pretty faces all the time. Pictures so perfect.
Hello everyone, welcome to Anointed Lady TV, the home of news and politics. If it is your first time in this channel, you are highly welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. And if you like what we do on this channel, hit on the subscribe button, also put on the notification bell so you'll be notified by YouTube anytime we drop a new video. And if you are returning subscribers, thank you very much for always coming back to watch our videos. On this platform, we drop videos every day and we react to every video that come our way. And on this very video, I will be watching with you. And after watching, let's go to the comment section and drop our opinion constructively. Like our videos and also share our videos if possible. See you next time in my next video.
Now, leaders from the southern and middle belt regions of Nigeria have again echoed their support for the candidacy of Peter Obi, the presidential flag bearer of the Labour Party. Rising from an extraordinary meeting in Abuja on Thursday, the leaders say their choice of Obi is not based on ethnic considerations, but because of qualification and competence in all ramifications for the office of President of Nigeria. Arise correspondent Tunji Olanikbekun compiled this report.
With less than 25 days to Nigeria's presidential election, the Labour Party candidate Peter Obi keeps getting more endorsements from some groups and communities, including the Southern and Middle Belt Leaders Forum, whose leaders are gathered here again to reiterate their support for him. The leaders from the two regions are reaffirming their absolute support for the Labour Party's candidate. They explain why Obi remains the best choice.
Peter Obi serves our purpose not only for equity, fairness, and justice, but looking at the political terrain, he stands out as the best material out there that we can market to Nigerians and say, bring whoever you want and let's match them one-on-one.
They are not saying it's the turn of the Yoruba because they know that we Yoruba know it is not our turn.
Yeah.
But they have personalized it and say it is their turn. And we are saying it cannot be their turn. As long as they are coming out in the name of Yoruba, it certainly cannot be their turn.
Peter, our brother, is not running as an Igbo person. We donated Peter to Nigeria because we know that he has the character.
We're not supporting Peter Obi because he's Igbo. No. Peter Obi is everything that a president should be in any part of the world. So nobody is supporting Peter Obi because he's an Igbo man, because there are a lot of Igbo men that could have come out.
Representatives of Afenifere, Pan, Niger Delta Forum, and the Middle Belt say it's time for Nigerians to make the right decision.
Obi is giving the crusade to get us from the bondage of serious oppressors who are blind oppressors.
All members of their various organizations support the aspiration of Mr. Peter Obi and Dati, our Ahmed, to be President and Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
With 3 weeks left before the presidential election, 18 candidates are vying for the post of president, and the federal government continues to reassure citizens of a level playing ground for all contestants and voters ahead of February 25 polls.
All right, well, Dr. Beatrice Pogu is the president of the Middle Belt Forum, and he was part of the meeting yesterday, and he joins us now to discuss this. Thank you so much for your time today. Now, let's get straight into the conversation. Now, you've made it very clear that the endorsement of Peter Obi for president has got nothing to do with his ethnicity as an Igbo man. However, this is coming off of the back of a statement made by Pa Edwin Clark that there was a general consensus that the next president should come come from the South. Now, can these two realities coexist? Would Peter Obi still have your backing and your support if he was not from the southern part of the nation?
That question is apt. We first of all decided that the president after President Buhari should come from the South. That is the first consideration. Having made that consideration and agreed amongst ourselves because of equity, fairness, and justice, and the principle of rotation and inclusiveness in governance, we now had to look at the South generally and see which area the president should come from. The reason being, there are qualified people in all parts of this country who can run for president. And in doing that, we looked at the standing of what we have been able to do within the current democratic dispensation. And we know General Obasanjo, or President Obasanjo, from the Southwest, ruled for 8 years between 1999 and 2007. We know that in the South also, President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan from the South also administered this country for nearly 6 years. And given that statistics, we felt the president should go to the southeast geopolitical zone. We didn't say to Igbo, but to southeast geopolitical zone. And the southeast brothers gave us Peter Obi, who they feel, and we believe, and we are convinced, he is a good material that we can market to Nigerians.
Thank you.
And we did market him.
Thank you so much, Dr. Pogu. Now, of course, this endorsement comes at the same time when the governor of Kaduna State, El-Rufai, insists that your candidate will not win, based on when he looked at the polls that suggest that he might win. I'd just like to finish, please. When he looked at the polls that suggest that he might not win, or that he might win, he said that he had an issue with the methodology, and that basically you're campaigning based on ethnicity and religious bigotry. For those who might subscribe to his school of thought, what would you like to say to them to refute this claim?
It's unfortunate in this country when we came out in 2019, because it was still the turn of the North and backed Atiku. None of them said it was religious. So if it is a Northerner, it is not religious. If it is a Southerner, it is religious. It is very funny. People use all sorts of arguments to buttress their position when they find out that they are lacking in the basics and basic requirements for governance. Peter Obi, forget about whether he is a Christian or he is a Hindu or whatever religion. Keep him side by side with the other principal contestants in this game and look at their pedigree, what their performance is. Even now, I can assure you that Peter Obi stands out. But for the money bags who can only talk of money, what do they have to offer to Nigeria? Peter Obi, from his track records, whether he's Christian, Muslim, Hindu, whatever, stands out as a better candidate for Nigeria. And he comes from the geopolitical zone, which we believe deserve to have the presidency in 2023. So whoever is bringing all those arguments can go ahead. Nigerians have eyes, Nigerians have ears. In 2015, everybody came, say Baba, say Baba. Nobody cared about whether APC was dominated by Muslims or by whichever ethnicity or whatever, but we voted for him. Today, Nigerians are disappointed. So we are producing and providing a material which we believe would rescue Nigeria, but the new Nigeria we want, so that we can move ahead and have a better country which is inclusive and which would be governed with all the indices of development moving forward. Peter Obi told us that we have to transform from consumption to production. And we believe the new Nigeria we need would give us the kind of economic takeoff with his policies, with his ideas. He knows what he's doing. He knows why he should be there and what he will start doing when he gets there. So whoever is putting forward that argument, he is free to do his thing. But as far as we are concerned, we have a material that's the best on the market. Let Nigerians come out and decide, because Nigerians can't be fooled anymore. In 2015, in the North, they were talking of religion. Today, the same people are disappointed. And they feel, look, let's go for the best material, the material that will take Nigeria out of the woods. And Peter Obi is that material.
Right. Now, several people across the electorate do agree that Peter Obi, as an individual, makes a formidable candidate. But there are concerns that he may not be able to be effective because of the Labour Party's limited representation in the legislative houses. What are your thoughts on these concerns? Will he be able to enact these brilliant policies that he has come up with when he doesn't have the representation needed to make things happen?
Thank you very much. Because of the way and manner in which we brought Peter Obi into the political space and political reckoning, we couldn't fill all gaps and have everybody to contest with him as Labour candidates. But we know there are many people who believe in Peter Obi in APC. There are many people who believe in Peter Obi and his ideology in PDP and other political platforms. When we get there, you are going to find that these people are going to work with Peter Obi because they are also committed to the Nigerian project to rescue Nigeria from the problems it's now facing. So, irrespective of whether the members of the National Assembly are predominantly Labour or not, I will assure you and can assure you confidently that these members would work with Peter Obi to give us the kind of Nigeria we need so that we can forge ahead, rescue Nigeria from the political problems we are having, change the narrative. Before, unless you are a money bag, you can't make it. Popularity, performance now would make it, and it will change so many things. And we believe also that when Peter Obi come in, everybody will be on board to ensure that the better Nigeria starts when he kickstarts his government. We believe he's going to win. Nigerians out there are working for him. Initially, they said there was no structure. Today, everybody knows that he has structure because the people out there are working. The masses across the country are for Peter Obi, and Peter Obi will make it. All we are saying is let the election take place. Let government give us free and fair election through INEC, and let's have this election and get Peter Obi into office so that Nigeria would be a better place for all of us.
Thank you, Dr. Bitrus. I'd just like to know what it was like to, first of all, what it was like to be in the room. You know, we've heard numerous times that Peter Obi is a unifier, to see the Middle Belt Forum, PANDEF, and Ohaneze unite to back him. I'm just wondering what it was like to be in that room at the time. And also curious as regards if this endorsement is the biggest one from your perspective, based on all the endorsements we've seen concerning your candidate. But would you say this one is the peak?
Yeah, this is actually reaffirmation. We have already endorsed him individually as socio-cultural groups. We are reaching out to our brothers from the North because you can see the mammoth crowds Peter Obi is attracting from the North. It means that the North has also endorsed Peter Obi, and Peter Obi has now become a national phenomenon. We started the thing, but it will not end with just these four socio-cultural groups. And we believe Nigerian youth, just go out on the street and ask them, who do you want? They will tell you Peter Obi. Some of them have not even seen Peter Obi in person, but they appreciate his simplicity. They appreciate his track record. When he comes to speak, he doesn't come with all those pretexts and telling some stories. If you tell Peter Obi, just like how he replied Soludo, he says, I am a trader. Soludo is a professor. Let Soludo use his professorial capacity to better the governance in Anambra. So this is a person who is down to earth. When he visits a place, he is concerned even about the IDPs. He is concerned about Nigerians. So that's the kind of president we need. And what we did yesterday is to reaffirm that, yes, the sectional endorsements have been done. Now we are coming to say we stand by what we have said, and we are saying, government, please, let's not disrupt this election. Let's have this election so that Peter Obi can come in and right the wrongs that we find ourselves in.
Well,
That's
Dr. Beatrice Pogu, a leader of the Middle Belt Forum, we thank you so much for your time. With just 22 days to go to elections, we look forward to seeing what the outcome will be. Thank you again.